Hi, this is Frank, and I've been sitting on some Bloodstone for quite a while. So I thought, let's get the Tumble in it and see how it turns out. So Bloodstone, I picked this up at, I think it was the gem shop when we were in Wisconsin, where I got a lot of my stuff. It's just been sitting in the tub for a while. It's kind of like a green jasper, and it's got red spots in it, which I believe is iron. So let's take a look at the rough we got. We'll get it set up and start tumbling it. So this is what I've got. It looks to me quite a bit. Still kind of a mess here with my daughter's crafts, but I'll go ahead and put this. This is a 2.5 pound like Bloodstone tumbler. So a lot of times I do my rough in here. So let's fill it up about 2/3 full. We have a couple different sizes and whatnot. That looks pretty good. Get our water in there. Just below the top of the rocks. If this is like a jasper, this should come out pretty nice usually. The only one I've ever had trouble with, I think it was called just like fancy jasper. I don't know. Been working on it, it's been taking forever. Let me find the grit, we'll be right back. Alright, we've got our 6090 here. It's only 2.5 pound tumbler, but we'll just do our normal 3 tablespoons. It's not going to really make that big a difference. Okay, I'll find the lid and everything, get this sealed up. We should be, sorry for my camera work here, we should be pretty much good to go. Put it in one of these guys here. We'll just crank it all the way up, but we'll check on it in about a week. We'll go speed 2, and after that, look at the first update, we'll see how it's doing. And then we'll see once we get enough to start it on stage 2. Stay tuned. Alright, this is what our Bloodstone looks like after a week. You can see, we made some progress. But this is all, in my opinion, you're going to need quite a bit more time. So we're just going to keep rerunning stage 1 over and over again until we're satisfied with it, which is at 6090 grit. And once we have enough that's all ready to go, we'll meet back up and we'll start it on stage 2. It's been a while. That dragon's blood is all finally ready to go. So I'm going to load it up in this 3-pound barrel, and we're going to get this started on stage 2. So, fit in the barrel just barely. We're able to get some ceramics in there too. We're going to give it 3 scoops of this stage 2 grit. Try not to make a mess. That's pretty good, about 3 tablespoons. And my hands are gross, so I'm going to seal this up. We're going to throw it on for a week and see how it looks. Alright, I think in the last clip I called this Dragon's Breath, Bloodstone, sorry. So this is 1 week, after 1 week in stage 2. Just kind of shortening up these videos a little bit. But these are looking totally gorgeous. It's actually 8 days later. It's wet, but so it's a little shinier than it's normally going to be, but I definitely already see a favorite, which is this one right there. Kind of has almost like, it looks like a scale on a dragon. I don't know, just very cool. But otherwise, yeah, most of them are green, but you see he also has some really pretty red and orange in there. So, next steps. The birds made me feel I should make these shorter. So I'm just going to go ahead, clean these up, get these thrown in with some 500 grit. So that would kind of be pre-polish for most things. Sometimes if you're doing 2 pre-polishes, it'd be the first one. This is, from the feel of it, it's going to be just fine with 1. So I'll get that all set up. We're going to throw it back in for a week, and then we'll take a look at it before we get to the final polish. Well, it certainly doesn't feel like it's been a whole nother week, but it has. We have our Bloodstone here. And I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off. Let's take a look and see how we're looking. This is coming out of stage 3, which was the 500 pre-polish. Alright, so this is how we're looking after it's stage 3. It's obviously wet, so hopefully we get the same shine after it's out of polish. And honestly, I have a pretty good feeling about this. But we have some really nice reds in there with the green. It's gonna let me zoom. Oh, it did. We still got my favorite piece here. It's got that cool like scale type look to it. So we'll see how it goes. So next steps on this are, since this is going into polish next, which is 8,000 aluminum oxide, I think. Yeah, aluminum oxide. I'm gonna run this through with like a couple scoops of borax just in the barrel for, I don't know, a couple hours, and then later tonight I'll go ahead and put 3 tablespoons of the final polish in there. And then we're gonna let it run for 2 weeks, and then we shall do a couple more just rinses to get all the grit and gunk out of there, and then we should see what we have left. All right, that Bloodstone is finally finished. Tried to spare people some of the details this time around. It looks really great. So I don't have the best light here, so I'm going to do the best I can, but let's take a look. It looks fantastic. All right, so I'm going to try and use the light on the camera here just to kind of give you a little bit of view. But here is, I mean, it looks really nice and shiny. We had some different colors through all of them, and then there's just a couple that I want to kind of bring forefront. This, if you recall, we were waiting. This was that really cool one that I've been kind of following along with. This light, I mean, doesn't really do it justice, but I don't have a good lighted room here for this. Really pretty, and just a lot of these in general. You get the green, then you also get these nice, like hints of the red in there too. So, a very successful tumble. I mean, a lot better than some of my other ones recently. You know, very pretty, very pleased with it. A few of them did chip. Just 2 of them really. So, I mean, the nice thing about that is I've got some Jasper going. I'll just go throw it in with that. I mean, it's fine. And, but overall, this took quite a bit. I started these around Christmas. Today is, oh, I don't know. It's April something, middle of April. But also, it did have to kind of get queued behind some other stuff because I've been trying to tumble everything, well, like for like together. This one almost looks a little bit like an arrowhead. It's kind of cool. So it did have to wait a little bit in line until it had an open tumbler. But highly recommend, especially for beginners or, well, anyone. So this was Bloodstone. Very, very cool.